Alright, so good day. I'm actually here today to work on a new project. It's called Atlas Origins. It's basically a history website, and I kind of just decided to create it yesterday. I think it's a good way to use AI to kind of tell a story um, about about history and stuff like that. Um, I think it's a great way to use it as if you're starting out. You might want to take it a bit easier, create an easier project. And I think this is a great example of what you could create if you're just starting to use AI. This project was something that I always wanted to make, but I didn't want it to be too radical of a website because like people that powers that be might be, I don't want them to target me or anything, so I decided to take it a bit slower when it came to building it. So this is the website. I started building it last night. It doesn't take long to build a website anymore. So I started to build it last night. I gave the AI a few prompts and then kind of came up with the kind of bare bones version of it, and then I had to kind of go back and do some more prompting, tell it to make sure to create all these different pages, so like if somebody's on the website, they feel comfortable browsing. For example, there's the about page, like your website usually has to have the about page, and then there's also the timelines page, and there's a gallery where you can see all of the images, which I think is images are a great part of the website because this is where you get to see these nice images. We are visual creatures, so it's like really useful to be able to see pictures. And then I created this really good section that talked about narcissistic abuse and talked about history and colonization and how history is written by the winners. So you should not necessarily take history at face value. You should take it with a grain of salt, basically. So I think this is a great part of it. And then there is this section that I talked about newsletter and stuff like that, which is something that I'm trying to do. And then there's the contact us form, which today it's like you can still use a contact us form if you want. It's a good way to kind of have that. And then so this is the landing page or the home page. As you can see, it's like it has all of the images. Although you could explore the gallery right here, which is okay. And then the footer and the header. So I made sure that AI created a footer and a header separately, so that, for example, when you're browsing, when you're wanting to like add more information to your website, you don't have to struggle with adding it to every page. You just have to add the links to the header and the footer, and then it's going to be fully integrated because the header and the footer is a separate component. So that was one thing that was kind of interesting to me when I was building it. You have to make sure that you don't build a website and have the header and the footer in each page, because that's going to cause a lot of problems when you're trying to add more content to your website. So I see that there is this one small issue with the website. I'm not sure if it's really a problem, but it's so weird. Like that this is white and then this is orange. And it's like this one turns like that and then this one turns like that. I don't know if that's how they're building websites now, but it's really strange that you can't even see what's inside of this one. And then like this one, it doesn't have, when you try to click on it, it kind of goes like that. I don't know if that's how they're building websites now. I guess maybe. So let me I'm not gonna touch it because it doesn't make any sense. And but this is like it doesn't have any this website doesn't have any database or anything like that because it's really just a really lightweight website that I think sorry about that that I think is it's really a good test website for people that you could create if you were interested in building websites. One thing that I think is good to test is if your website is mobile responsive, which I don't think mine is because I hadn't prompted the AI to fix that, and sometimes it doesn't fix that kind of stuff until you ask it. So if I was supposed to make it smaller, well, it does upgrade it, so that's pretty cool. It's already mobile responsive, so I would just have to scroll down to check. Maybe something is coming off the page. But it seems like everything is great. So wow, this is good. Like as you can see, this website is fully responsive. So that's definitely good. Another thing maybe good to check is website. But it's really just a lightweight website that I decided to create yesterday. So yeah, this is it. You know that this is a website. It's what I was thinking. Maybe I could have added a few more features, like maybe something that reads using the browser audio. I think the browser has a speech to as a text to speech integration that I could leverage for reading pages, I guess, or reading pages that has like a lot of content on it, like the about page, and then like maybe the understand per page or so. I was thinking maybe I could do that. was working on that. Let me just close out some of those tabs that security purposes, stuff like that. So what I also did was I updated the icons in the image file in the public folder, and that was actually pretty easy because of the way I did it. So what I did was um, I copied all of these images to Manus, but not the actual image, just the image name, image names, the folder tree for them. And then what I did, Manus was able to create replacements for all of these using the same names. So after that, I copied them back to the folder, and then they automatically replaced the previous versions. So that's why all of these images are as they are right now. I'm not even sure, like even this one, all of them is basically the new image. The only thing was this isn't the right orange. It was supposed to be like this kind of brown orange instead of bright orange, maybe even brown. And that kind of messed up because I kind of love this brown. I would have to go back and ask Manus to update it, but I'm just gonna stick with it for now because it is pretty cool. Like you have your custom images everywhere. So like that's great when you're able to do that. And I think that approach is good to basically just kind of replace them with the same names instead of trying to put new code into the software. Like you'd have to go back and rewrite everything, but using the same names and replacing them is a much better approach, which I just figured out this morning. But yeah, like the only thing is like this website, it's not like it's not a actual real product like what I've created before, like FolderCopilot, which was one of my projects, which is actually what's playing the music right now. So this is one of my previous apps that I built. This is a desktop app that I built, and it's pretty cool app. Like it's really useful. People love it. Well, hopefully people love it because I recently launched it, which I actually had built it like almost like 6 months ago. I probably built it. I'm not even sure, but I have it. I didn't launch it. I just didn't like recently. Did some small work on it to kind of make it a bit better. So now like it's really a game changer for project folder management and stuff. It's really useful, and it's desktop native, so it's on your desktop media. Like you start using it, creating stuff. It's really a great app. It has some really cool music. So for the people that's passing through, I just wanted to say thank you for showing up to the chat, to the stream. I'm actually here just kind of going over a few projects that I worked on, and I'm talking about building. So I'm just trying to make sure everything is working right. But yeah, I'm really happy to be here showing you guys how to create websites and everything. And there's a lot of people on YouTube right now that are doing live streams about software development and coding and vibe coding or whatever. But the thing is, like, what I would love to say is that, like, be careful about wasting your time to create software all day. You have to, like, think about what you're making. A lot of people, they create stuff, but they don't realize that, like, you can't just be flooding the entire universe with stuff that you're building, and is it gonna make you make money? Is it gonna benefit you anyway? That's why I created even this project, for example, Origin Atlas. It's really a great project because what it's doing is it's basically using AI to show history in a way to where you have these nice images and everything, which is very informative. I think it's a great way to use AI. And then the website itself was created in one night by basically using prompt engineering to kind of speed up the process of creating the website. So if you're just gonna be creating stuff, you'd have to create something creative, like something like this, or something that's really that you wouldn't have been able to create before, like, and that's really useful. Like, you could, like, if you're a teacher, you could be creating stuff that is gonna help other people, stuff like that. Don't just be creating like anything, because you have to create stuff that are gonna help people. So, if you're interested in creating stuff, if you think that this website is cool and you wanna create stuff together, then you could reach out. One of my other projects I was working on recently is my topics website project. So topics is a platform that I created. It's supposed to be a platform that is basically like a music platform, but it's like a historical music platform. The way it does that is by leveraging AI to create musical biographies. And I think that's a really good way to use AI. I think it's something that is very useful to be able to create musical biographies of people. Like, I think this is a good way to use it. So I'm probably gonna play a few of these. I realize that this could be a great way to stream by creating music and then kind of just streaming and kind of talking about your music. Um, and then I don't know if the algorithm kind of loves this, but these are I did like 105 of these musical biographies, which is crazy. Um, and then I put, like, if I was supposed to automate the process, which is definitely possible, I could do it. It's not a challenging. It's probably not that challenging to automate it, seeing that I did 105 of these manually already, which is semi-automated to an extent. Um, Like for example, you have all these different people that I did, so I could play a few of these for you guys. But it's not. They don't. I didn't set it up to be able to like loop, but it is great to be able to play. I think this is gonna be a great way to play music and throughout the day. You know, if you're streaming, the music is really good actually. Let's see. Nobody has commented. Nobody's even found my website because it's not even. It's still at the demo, the beta version. But that's okay. This is the Pele song that I made from his biography.
From the streets of Trescora, soins under the sun's blaze. A boy with dreams in the field, he gave. With a sack ball, he made his early play. It's Sunday call him, but Pele he'd be coming days. Ore, the king of green, dancing past defenders, a sight unseen. From the favelas to the world stage gleam.
So if I leave the page, then the song's gonna stop because of the way I created it. I need to create a custom player for my biography. That kind of when you're browsing the entire website, you know, you could still browse. But there's like obviously, you know, you could get around that. But I think this is a really cool project, you know, musical biographies. My biography right now is the largest one on the internet because nobody has been able to do this before. It's really because of AI that people are like you would possibly be able to create a musical biographic archive of influential figures and stuff like that throughout history. It's like it's almost like the Library of Alexandria or something. That's what I heard. But it's a really cool project, you know, like being able to create these musical biographies. As I said, I did 105 already, and it's something. It's one of my projects. It's probably one of my more. It's probably one of my like one of my bigger projects, you would say, or one of my you know, like I would definitely love to be able to create 1,000. Which at the time, if I created 1,000, then this would be like a really big, like like if like being able to create like 100, 1,000 like of these, you know, it would be definitely something huge for archiving and history, you know, which I think I should be trying to do, but you know, I had some other projects I was working on, and that's why I wasn't able to continue doing it, and I'm still doing it. You know, I still want to create them. You know, if like for example, the Sun Tzu one is really cool. When I was creating them, it's like I had to make musical or like artistic decisions. You know, and like for example, this one, the Sun Tzu one is a reggae rendition, which obviously you know that Sun Tzu is not like an African American or a Jamaican or anything like that, right? So why is it reggae? Yeah, so um, that was kind of something that you have to kind of, if you're making a musical archive, you're gonna run into that issue because there I can't, and then that's something that I like experienced several times when I was doing the archiving. Um, I created renditions of people that are using the musical culture of a different set of people, which is kind of weird. And I think it's like with AI, you're gonna have a lot more of that kind of thing where people are able to create this kind of shift in like the the um the culture to where like okay, you could make a song so a song about Sun Tzu, which is like an Asian person or whatever. I guess it might have been um you know, as a reggae song. So this is how his song came out.
In ancient lands neath eastern skies, where wisdom flows and valor lies, a general stood his insight keen on battlefields yet unseen. Sun to his name through ages told, in tales of war and courage bold. With pen in hand he cast his art, a strategy to set apart. Master of war, in shadows cast, through time his whispers from the past. In every line, a lesson veiled, in every word a victory hailed. For peace, for war, for land so wide, his teachings reach both far and wide. Oh, sun to guide us through the night, lead us in the artful fight. He spoke of war not just as fight, but as a dance of dark and light. To know oneself and know the foe would guide the way the winds would blow. With minimal force, strike the heart. In silence shade, play your part. For victory lies not in the brawl, but in the minds of those who fall. Master of war, in shadows cast, through time his whispers from the past. In every line, a lesson veiled, in every word a victory hailed. For peace, for war, for land so wide, his teachings reach both far and wide. Oh, sun to guide us through the night, lead us in the artful fight. Through warring states his words did roam, in hearts of leaders found a home. A legacy so vast, so wide, a mastermind in time's great tide.
Yeah, so that's basically the song. It came out really good. You know, I think AI music is something that initially you would have thought that, oh, this doesn't even have any use. Like, what are people gonna do with it? They're gonna make fake songs about like stuff that doesn't like matter, you know, like. But you could actually use it to create a musical archive, you know. So I guess that's one thing that you could do with it. That's useful, you know. Um, I did several of them. As I said, I did about 100. So you know, I covered a few influential people, you know, like I covered I made sure to include people that are that's weird. I didn't even click anything. Um how does it do that? Splits the screen immediately. It's weird. Right, so I did it for a few people, you know. I did it for Napoleon, all these different people in the Jimi Hendrix. The Jimi Hendrix one was that was pretty interesting. It came out really good. And the thing with the musical archive is that the way like biography is that it compresses the history, the biography of the person into one complete song, and sometimes it's more accurate than others. Like for example, the Jimi Hendrix one actually came out really close to what it actually was, and that was one thing that was strange. It explained everything, and I need to add a section to my archive that actually explains the lyrics. Right now, it just has the lyrics, but what I really need to do is create a new section that explains key aspects of the lyrics um, into the website. But the Jimi Hendrix one came out really good, you know. Like, listen.
In the shadows of Seattle, under rain's endless battle, a boy named Johnny was dreams in his saddle, strings in his fingers, blues in his marrow, playing through the pain, the grief, the shadow. Hey Joe, where you gonna run with that sound of yours? Purple haze in the brain, lighting up the wars. The wind cries Mary through the strings of revolution. Jimmy's fingers on fire, burning down the institution. From the chitlin circuit to the English rain, a phoenix rising from the ashes unchained. With Noah and Mitch, the experience was named top of the charts, but it's not why he came. Hey Joe, where you gonna run with that sound of yours? Purple haze in the brain, lighting up the wars. The wind cries Mary through the strings of revolution. Jimmy's fingers on fire, burning down the institution. Monterey to Woodstock, a guitar god ascends. Electric ladyland, where the soul never ends. But the stars that shine twice as bright, they say, leave the world in silence, fading away. Hey Joe, where you gonna run with that sound of yours? Purple haze in the brain, lighting up the wars. The wind cries Mary through the strings of revolution. Jimmy's fingers on fire, burning down the institution. In the shadows of Seattle, under rain's endless battle, a boy named Johnny, with dreams in his saddle, strings in his fingers, blues in his marrow, playing through the pain, the grief, the shadow. Hey Joe, where you gonna run with that sound of yours? Purple haze in the brain, lighting up the wars. The wind cries Mary through the strings of revolution. Jimmy's fingers on fire, burning down the institution. From the chitlin circuit to the English rain, a phoenix rising from the ashes unchained. With Noah and Mitch, the experience was named top of the charts, but it's not why he came. Hey Joe, where you gonna run with that sound of yours? Purple haze in the brain, lighting up the wars. The wind cries Mary through the strings of revolution. Jimmy's fingers on fire, burning down the institution. Monterey to Woodstock, a guitar god ascends. Electric
So so that's basically the biography of Jimi Hendrix as a song. So I totally got this from the Wikipedia article for Jimi Hendrix. And the pipeline is basically turning that into a song using my platform. And then once you turn that into a song, you could use platform like Suno, and then you turn that into music. So that's a pipeline for musical biographies. In the age of AI, you could do that using AI. This platform, that's one of his functions. It's able to create musical biographies of people. Um, and then you can create an account, if you want, check it out. It's really good. When you create an account, you're able to create mashups. And you're also able to create narrative shards, and you're able to generate songs. Um, as because I'm an admin, I'm able to do a few more things like I could select company archive draft, and then like these different options. But when you create a regular account, you're able to create your own content basically. So you could create song from something that you think you could use. It's for example, one of the things that it's useful for is you could use existing knowledge and turn that into a song. You could use, as I said, like Wikipedia article, or you could use a YouTube video transcript or something like that, like a documentary. Basically, anything that you think would sound good as a song, you could turn into a song. I'm using this pipeline. So let's go back to listen a few more of the existing things that I've created so far. So that was Jimi Hendrix. He had like a really crazy life, dying so young. You know, dying at 32 or whatever he died at, and it's crazy. Because I'm about that age right now. I'm like, man, if I die right now, man, it would be really shame. like, man, if I die right now, I just started living. But it's crazy. Sometimes when you die, you become like greater than when you were alive. So, like even Carl Jung, no, Noam Chomsky, these people, because what happened was being like creating a musical archive is weird because it's like, especially um, the thing is, you don't want to control the narrative of the musical archive. Because if you do that, then it's not gonna be real. It's like you're controlling it, and that's like it's great that I'm creating it because this is the first time a musical archive of this sort is created. Because I'm not a person that's gonna control the narrative of the musical archive. Like I just kind of decide. Like sometimes like AI says, okay, do this 10, and I'm like, okay, I do this 10. So it ended up that you have all these different people in it. Even Virginia Woolf, I really didn't even know about Virginia Woolf, but she's like this feminist thinker or something. And her song came out really good because came out like um it came out like a song from like Anna Montana or one of those like, or even you could say it came out like yeah, I'm just gonna play it. I can't.
In the heart of London, under the watchful sky, a daughter of intellect, bound to fly. Words were her wings, a mind so free. Virginia Woolf, a legacy to be. Through the lighthouse, her light shines on. In the pages of time, her voice never gone. A stream of consciousness, a feminist song. Virginia Woolf, to her we belong. Virginia Woolf, to her we belong.
Yeah, so as I said, like if you go on the website, you could also search. You don't have to be scrolling 106 biographies, 105. You could search for, and then I think there is a way for you to, currently, you could actually um, request a song. So if you fill out this request form, you could request for me to put somebody in it that you think should be added immediately. I would definitely do that. So then eventually this company version is gonna be the paid thing that you'd have to pay for. But right now it's free. There isn't any payment plan on the website that or anything that the website doesn't it doesn't make any money. Its value is really probably in the millions at this point, just because it has 105 musical renditions of influential figures. It's its first musical archive of a person's biography. So it's probably worth a lot right now. Its concept is valuable, you know. Um, but like in the future, I might charge people to, okay, do you want to be a part of the company archive? You could pay a one-time fee, and then we could make a song for your company and add it to the archive. But that's like either you're not there right now. It's like I should be also able to make money from creating an account and having people access these mashup features and the narrative shorts and they generate if they were supposed to use it. But um so right now, it's like it's really just a free project, kind of really cool one of its kind project right now that I'm making. Um I did songs for a lot of like 105 different people already, including um a lot of influential figures. Even the Carl Jung song ended up being it's a song about like, obviously, Carl Jung was a psychologist and stuff, psychiatrist or whatever. His song came out really good. I selected reggae as the rendition at the time because, like, as I said, like, it's not like obviously a reggae artist probably not gonna make a song about Carl Jung, but at the same time, if you're making an archive of this sort, you do have the artistic um flair to do it because it's your platform, right? It's your archive that you're making. So like, okay, I could use it reggae to do a musical rendition of Carl Jung's life. So this is his song.
Yeah. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Huh. In the Swiss lands, our mind took flight, with visions broad and insight bright. Young's a name, exploring deep, where dreams and shadows softly creep. Archetypes in the dance of the psyche's light, a collective unconscious out the sight. Freud by his side, and apart they glide, on a journey where mind and soul collide. Echoes of the mind, whispers of the soul. Young walk the path where the silent voices roll, in the depths of psyche where mysteries unfold. He sought the truth in the stories untold. Yeah. A riff with Freud, a new path found in the realm of thought. Young was unbound. Individuation, the heart of his quest, a journey within to become one's best. The spiritual in us, a guiding light through the darkness of the soul's night. Symbols and dreams, a language old, in the echoes of the mind our tales are told. Hey, echoes of the mind, whispers of the soul. Young walk the path where the silent voices roll, in the depths of psyche where mysteries unfold. He sought the truth in the stories untold. No, 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 no. From the shadow valleys to the mountain tops high, Young's legacy and whispers of the psyche lie. Through the lens of depth, the world anew we see, in the whispers of the soul. Young walk the paths where the silent voices roll. In the depths of psyche, where mysteries unfold, he sought the truth in the stories untold.
So that's basically musical rendition of Carl Jung's life from his Wikipedia article. So basically, I realized that like the content of the songs, some of them are really powerful, and like even this current project that I was speaking about earlier, I think some like music is probably something that you could integrate into this website like this. If you were supposed to create something like this, you could possibly lean into music, you know, because like music is very powerful. So I think that's probably a way that you would be able to go if you were supposed to. Okay, I'm gonna create a website about historical stuff, like for example this one that I made, because this is basically something that you could possibly even totally merge with this website. But this was supposed to be an archive. So what I would possibly do is I would like, okay, have like embed script or some stuff like that that I could possibly, okay, like people that browse this website could possibly get back to this, or they could listen to a few songs on this website or something like that. But yeah, like, this is really an interesting project. I would love for if you guys were like, if you what tell me what you think about this project. As I said, that you could even comment something like, okay, I want this person to be added to the um to the archive. I really didn't even know about some of these people, but like even this person, he was like a Mennonite. His mother was half Jamaican or something, and then his father was British, and he's almost like he, he's basically you could say he's almost like a white person, but he's not totally a white person, and he became like a really um influential writer in New York because his life was so like interesting. Like he was able to like be such an influential figure in writing and in like media and stuff because of his diverse background. And when I prompted Suno to make his song, I mixed up the lyrics with the no, not the lyrics. I mixed up the name with the with the um with the genre. I put the name in the genre, and then I put the um the, the name the genre in the name, and it still actually created one of the weirdest songs, but it's so crazy. I don't know. It's really weird.
Born in a land across the sea, to a world of intellect and empathy. A curious boy with dreams so vast. In Ontario's fields his die was cast. Mother's wisdom, father's mind, in their son a unique find. Ambition in his heart, a fire, a path less trodden, his desire. Tipping the scales of fate with stories that captivate. In a blink, you'll see what lies in our destiny. Outliers in the night, chasing success with all their might. Malcolm's pen brings to light the unseen fight. Rejected dreams but not dismayed. In journalism his mark was made. From ads to tales that touch the core of human psyche, lore and more. New York's whispers he did chase. In every story a human face. The tipping point of viral trends. On broken windows his lens bends. Tipping the scales of fate with stories that captivate. In a blink you'll see what lies in our destiny. Outliers in the night, chasing success with all their might. Malcolm's pen brings to light the unseen fight. In the quiet moments of thought, the battles of the mind are fought. From the Mennonite fields to the city's glow, he watched, he learned the world to show. Tipping the scales of fate with stories that captivate. In a blink you'll see what lies in our destiny. Outliers in the night, chasing success with all their might. Malcolm's pen brings to light the unseen fight.
Yeah, so that was one. That was one that was pretty interesting. Um, this person, Gladwell. Like I think this is a great way to teach history also. Like being able to create these musical archives. It's like, okay, you could possibly teach like history in a way like this, where you could actually teach an history session like this, because it's so interesting and so creative way to use AI generated content and everything like that to kind of explain different things. So yeah, like these different people that I done, I didn't even, as I said, these were recommended to me to create these people, and like a few of them I actually decided to add myself, but most of them were really just suggested. The AI suggested them because it thinks that it wants to have length and breadth in the archive. So, especially as a foundation. So, it recommended some of these different people that you see in the current archive. One person that I also did was Karl Marx, and his song came out really good. And I took the liberty of selecting reggae as the rendition. And obviously, Karl Marx is not a Jamaican. He's not like, he's from Europe, right? And Jamaican artists doesn't typically cover European history or European influential figures. So that was like one thing that was like kind of strange. Like in the archive, you're gonna see like renditions of people that are outside of their culture. Outside the rendition is outside of the culture group of the musician that would possibly do it. And I think that's how art is. Like art is not something that's boxed in by, okay, you're from Jamaica, so you're gonna make a song about a Jamaican. And the weird part is that because he's a communist or he's one of the, his song actually ties in really good with reggae because reggae is about liberation and stuff. And like like in his writings, Karl Marx talked about that kind of stuff also. So it actually matches up in that way, but not in like obvious ways that you would think. So his song came out really good too. Like I played it for you guys. It's really good. This is one of the best songs so far. I love this song. It's really good. I think AI music is this use case is probably one of the best.
time precious shadow under 1880s glow. Marx emerged, a mindset to challenge the status quo. Studied law and philosophy. His spirit began to grow. With Engels by his side, a revolutionary show. Echoes of revolution, whispers of change. Through the pages of history, Marx's ideas remain. From the struggle of classes to the fall of the chains, a world reborn from ashes, his vision sustained. In Paris and London, his pen began to fight. The Communist Manifesto, a beacon in the night. Das Kapital unveiled capitalism's plight. A call for workers of the world to unite in their might. Echoes of revolution, whispers of change. Through the pages of history, Marx's ideas remain. From the struggle of classes to the fall of the chains, a world reborn from ashes, his vision sustained. Exiled but unbroken through hardship and pain, in the halls of the First International, his ideals reign. The promise of a future where equality would gain. A legacy of thought that forever will sustain. Echoes of revolution, whispers of change. Through the pages of history, Marx's ideas remain. From the struggle of classes to the fall of the chains, a world reborn from ashes, his vision sustained.
Okay, so basically that's the Karl Marx song. Came out really good. I didn't think it was gonna come out that good, but it did come out really, really good. So, I think this is what I think on YouTube, it's probably gonna have a shift where people are gonna start creating music um of their existing content in a way similar to how I took the biography of Karl Marx and turned it into a song. They might use their existing content or something. But Um, I also wanted to share a few of my other projects. So on the same website, there is this um, thing that I created recently, which is a piano app, but it's a piano app that's basically AI native. So I created it because I also had some other projects, which is I had the Open Verb project, which is Open Verb is basically an AI native framework. Wow, so 78 downloads this week. That's good. Get changed to Python package, Pulse package. Okay. Right. So the way that works is um, so OpenVerb is an AI native framework. The reason why I created it was that I wanted AI to be able to do stuff instead of just generating text. So the way I did that was that I created OpenVerb. So when you create an app, you would expose verbs that represent different actions that your app does. Like, for example, if your app is able to send a text to John, you would expose those verbs and then the AI could call them using a open verb framework. And then the AI could generate actually send a message to John. So you could text the AI, you could say, hey, could you send a message to John? And then the AI would use the open verb framework to be able to do that. So a good example of the open verb framework that I came up with was a piano. So the piano, way it works is when you tell the piano to create, like when you tell the AI in the chat right here to do something, it does it using the open verb framework. So for example, you could tell it to play Merry Christmas or something like that. I think Happy Birthday to You might be a good one that you could say. You could say play Happy Birthday to You. And then you could also say loop. I added the loop because when I initially when I created it, I didn't have the loop. So if it played something, it might play something for 10 seconds and then that's it because it's a demo. It's not really something that, this is a completely free demo that I put guardrails on. So you're only able to do like 5 or 10 of them per day because I didn't want people to exhaust my my endpoints that I have on the app because you have these unscrupulous people that do that kind of stuff. They exploit people's stuff on the internet and stuff like that. So what I did was I put guardrails up. So the loop, getting back to what I was saying, the loop is for looping the playing thing, just like how you loop a song on YouTube or something like that. You're able to loop this music that AI is playing. So for example, Happy Birthday to You is gonna be looped. So it loops it around. And you also could just say that in the chat because there is a loop verb that is exposed to the AI. So the AI is able to call that loop. And then once it does that, then it's gonna play the song in a loop for you. So it's gonna create it right now. It's a really great addition to the topics website. I put it in the on the landing page. I realized that it's also a great background music player. There is not a volume. Currently, there is not a volume control, but it's not that loud. So worked out great. So for example, these are the verbs. These are all created from my open verb framework. So you have the clear, set instrument, tempo, set key signature. You have the humanize, the set loop that I told you guys about, and then play notes, playing 25 notes. So you're not able to see the entire code base of how this works, but it uses my open verb framework to let the AI be able to play the song like this. So this is a free this is a free software also. So this is an open source software that I created. It's on GitHub. So you could, if you're into coding or stuff like that, you could forward this repo, or you could clone the repo. You could download the repo as a zip file. You could run it locally. You could add other instruments to it and use the OpenVerb framework to synthesize music in the browser. So you could add, maybe you could add a trombone or something. I don't know. Maybe you could add some other musical instrument to it, and build it out further and share with me and give me a star on GitHub, and stuff like that, to let me know that you're using my repo to do something great. But this is a really cool project. It's really great when it shows the power of the OpenVerb framework, because it's using these nodes, these verbs that I created in the framework as tools to be able to do this. So it's definitely a really cool project. It's a really great example of the OpenVerb framework. And as I said, like, it does play really good background music depending on the volume. I don't think it's really affecting me right now. So you guys possibly hear me really well. But you would just turn off the loop, and then it's gonna eventually stop because I turned the loop off. And then you could also play, but I can play I don't know how to play a piano. But you could play it like a regular piano using the keyboard on your computer. It's a really cool demo project, you know. And I put it on the topics website because it's also music. So I decided to drop it in. Um, you know, it's really, really cool. You should check it out. Yeah, so, you know, I have some really cool projects that we're working on. If you're interested in knowing how I got 52 downloads for this telemetry package that I created, I wonder why people are using it. Then I have 7, this is the new week, 7 CLI, 6 policy, 3 runtime, 3 NPM core, 1 Python. I guess it's the beginning of the week or something. Maybe that's why the way they calculate the week is weird for these packages. I think that's why this is one. Let me see. Maybe I could play another biography. I wonder who I could play next. Which person is really interesting that I have in the maybe I could play Jeffrey Epstein's, but he was the last person I did. I don't even know why I did it. For some reason I figured that probably because this the reason why I did it was because of the controversy. I was like, okay, maybe I should add this person to my archive. But it's not like, okay, I didn't have to. You know, I'm not even gonna play it. But the archive is supposed to cover a lot of people. It's supposed to like be in the thousands. Right now it's just at 100, and I'm planning to automate the entire process to where I could just snap my finger and it does like 500 of them. And I think at that point, would be it would be a very powerful archive, you know. But 100 is actually really good because it's like a lot of people, and it's really like I think kids like if you're teaching history, it would be great if you're able to play music. For example, even the Oppenheimers, his song came. I'm gonna play the Oppenheimer song. This is the guy that created it, or supposedly created the atomic bomb or some stuff like that. I don't even know because, but his song came out really interesting. I love it because I love the songs because music is always good, and AI does really good music, and this is a really great use case, and you get to see the artistic flair because it's creating it from real information. It's not just something that somebody decided that they wanted to make overnight. So this is somebody's entire life turned into a song. So
Born in the glow of New York's grace, a mind that time couldn't erase. Harvard to Göttingen, a quest for knowledge deep within. Black holes and stars and cosmic dances, quantum leaps and daring glances. A physicist with a vision so grand. In the lab, his command echoes of Prometheus in the atomic dawn. Oppenheimer's legacy in shadows and in fawn. Father of an age where the sun was born on earth. A genius so profound, amidst turmoil found his worth. The desert sands, Los Alamos calls, where fate of the atom falls. A bomb that broke the morning light brought an end with fiery might. Ethics and science align so thin in the heart of a world in spin. Pride and sorrow in his eyes beneath the New Mexico skies. Echoes of Prometheus in the atomic dawn. Oppenheimer's legacy in shadows and in fawn. Father of an age where the sun was born on earth. A genius so profound, amidst turmoil found his worth. In halls of power his voice did fade. A price for peace he thought he paid. A world at arm's length, in fear and awe, a silent whisper turned to roar. Years went by, a tale of two cities, in his soul the endless pities. A legacy both dark and bright, a shooting star in history's night. In every atom split, a question of mankind's greatest lesson. A life of brilliance and of strife, Oppenheimer's echoed life. Echoes of Prometheus in the atomic dawn. Oppenheimer's legacy in shadows and in fawn.
yeah, so that's Oppenheimer's song that I created based on his biography using the Topics Archive Suno platform pipeline. So yeah, like if you guys interested in creating musical biographies, you could reach out if you think there's somebody that you want to add to the archive. One thing that I was gonna do eventually was allow people to actually add people to the archive, but right now I'm the only one that's able to do it. But I think that would be a great feature to add to it. But I just haven't fleshed out how I'm gonna do that. But I think that would be a great thing to do because I think people would love being able to do that instead of just supposedly you could edit or you could write stuff on Wikipedia or whatever they do. I've never done any biographies with them, but I supposedly I think they allow people to edit or you could add or something, but you have to be approved. But this would be something very similar. You could you could um you could basically add a song, add a person, and that would be a great thing to do to know that I could possibly add somebody to the archive. I think people would love that. So that's one thing that I'm eventually going to open up. It's a great archive, and it's definitely useful, definitely educational. You know. I think the Bruce Lee's. I remember doing the Bruce Lee's archive. It came out as a really good song. Um, I have the Bob Marley song that I did. Rihanna, Michael Jackson, Albert Einstein, Mark Zuckerberg. Some of these came out really good. Some of them came out, but I think it's really just the value is really in the archive. First person I did was Nikola Tesla. I think he had Malcolm X, second place, Coco Chanel. The first 10 I did was really interesting. One thing that I also added is that you could filter by countries. So you could select, for example, you could select by Jamaica. Sorry, I selected Jeffrey Epstein. You can select by Jamaica, and then it shows you who is in the archive by Jamaica. Or you can select by the United States, and it shows you all these different people. I think the United States obviously has the most people, you know, and then you have France. I think France has a lot of people. Watch seven. But I was also supposed to do by national heroes. For example, if I selected by the U.S. and then I selected national hero, it's gonna cut it down further to just supposed to cut it down further to just a few people that were supposedly recognized as national heroes or because I think US doesn't necessarily have national heroes, but you could also put by all, and then if the national heroes is still triggered, then it's gonna filter out the entire world who's in the archive as national heroes. For example, Nelson Mandela is South Africa. Um, Nikola Tesla is I think he is from can't remember the name of the country, but like he's also selected as a national. Marcus Garvey, obviously, Jamaica. If I selected by Jamaica, it's gonna select Marcus Garvey and Bob Marley because they. Yeah, so but Marcus Garvey is the real recognized national hero, but Bob Marley is also like a really influential figure in history in Jamaica, but he's not like an official national hero of Jamaica. Um, so you can filter by searching, or you can use these different filtering stuff that I created to filter out people. So for example, if I think the Nikola Tesla song is really good also. It was a short song. I think it was like what 3 minutes something. The Electric Dreamer.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Born in a storm, in lands of old empire's breath. The boy who dreamed of currents of life and death. From Smiljan's fields to New York's electric glow. A mind ablaze with visions the world would know. electric dreamer encouraging to dance with bolts of lightning. He took his chance. A world connected by his unseen threads. In every spark, his legacy spread. Westinghouse and Tesla, a pact they made. Alternating currents, the foundation laid. But dreams of wireless whispers into the night faded like shadows out of sight. The electric dreamer encouraging to dance with bolts of lightning. He took his chance. A world connected by his unseen threads. In every spark, his legacy spread. Warden Clifford's tower, a dream unfulfilled, a genius unbridled, his vision still. Yet from the silence, a spark rekindles the flame. Tesla's name forever proclaim. The electric dreamer encouraging to dance with bolts of lightning. He took his chance. A world connected by his unseen threads. In every spark, his legacy spread. In the dance of life, his story weaves a testament of genius. In the electric dreams, he leaves.
I don't think it. I think I could filter by. I think I could filter by scientists or something like that. I'm not even sure. But it says search by name, summary, or tags. So I could search because I think Tesla might have the same similar tags to Einstein. Einstein's song also came out pretty good. Scientist. Even if I search by scientist, it's gonna pick them up. Scientist. Scientist. These are all scientists. Albert Einstein. Okay, so this song came out really good also.
Nah. Art of science, forever to last. In a world of strict confines and rules of old, a young mind dared to dream, dared to be bold. From the whispers of light and the dance of stars came equations that stretched from here to Mars.
Einstein's legacy, a beacon so bright, beacons in the tube, his gift from land, through the cosmos and time, a journey so vast, in the heart of science, forever to last.
From the shadows of doubt emerged a clear voice, challenging norms, making the bold choice. With a Nobel Prize gleaming a curious mind, a theory of everything he sought to find.
Einstein's legacy, a beacon so bright, deepest in the tube, his gift from land, through the cosmos and time, a journey so vast, in the heart of science, forever to last.
In the face of darkness, against the tide, he stood for peace with wisdom as his guide. Through the echo of war, his warnings clear, a soul unbound beyond the fear.
Einstein's legacy, so bright, so bright, his gift from land, through the cosmos and time, journey so vast, heart of science, forever to last.
The governor to last.
So what I realized is that creating these renditions are important because you're able to create different renditions, and that gives creative bandwidth. So you could, if you doesn't like this version, you could change it. Somebody recently commented that on one of my videos. It was for, I think it's Billie Holiday, because I used a male voice to do her song, and it didn't sound anything like Billie Holiday. But the thing is, this platform is not, it's not about recreating a person's voice. It's really just it's artistic. It's using AI music to do something that's useful. And the person was like, okay, I agree with them. Maybe I should have shown more care in doing it, because I think initially she thought it was like I'm actually trying to sound like Billie Holiday, or try to make, but it's not. Or I didn't know that Billie Holiday was a female or something like that, but it's nothing like that. This platform is not supposed to recreate anybody's voice or anything like that, or recreate any version of them. It's really it's a biography, musical biography. So, but I do understand, like, maybe if you're gonna make a song for Beyonce or Rihanna, you should probably use a female voice to do it or something like that. And also the image. That was one thing that I realized, the image, because the AI creates images sometimes that doesn't necessarily represent a person in the best light, or even their gender. Like sometimes it creates weird male images for a female singer. It did it with the Rihanna one that I did, and I had to go back and change all of her pictures, because of that's why her picture is like a real picture of her face instead of an AI generated picture on YouTube. And then one of them came out like this watchtower, and okay, I could use that. But that's one thing that's really strange about using this archive thing, because I think an official archive is something that's very very technical, and like you possibly would have to use real images of all the people that you're doing it for instead of these AI generated images. But I think the AI generated images are really good because they they kind of bring life to archiving. In the past, archiving was always okay, real images of the person. Like for example, this image of these people, right? Like, but I think they're probably not going to agree with me for using these AI generated images. They would possibly want everything to be real pictures of the person. So that's one thing that was it's kind of strange, but because it takes longer if you're gonna try to create real images of everybody. It's gonna slow down your your creation of the archive, because now you're gonna have to be making sure everything is correct, and it takes like an entire month to do one person, you know, which like that's when, because they have the money to do it. I don't have the money to do this, so that's why I think it's better to just do it this way.
In the heart of Harlem's nights, under spotlights tend to glow, lived a voice that danced through pain, a tale of highs and woe. From Baltimore's harsh embrace to jazz's soft caress, Lady Day with light's soft gleam sang of love and sorrow in a swinging jazz dream. Her voice a bittersweet symphony in the night's embrace. Billy's song forever across time and space. Through the cheers and the tears, amidst the shadows fall, her melody a beacon through life's tempest call. From a childhood of struggles to the Carnegie stage, her spirit unbroken, her voice the age's sage. Lady Day's echo in the moonlight's soft gleam sang of love and sorrow in a swinging jazz dream. Her voice a bittersweet symphony in the night's embrace. Billy's song forever across time and space. Though the final curtain called, her legacy remains. In the halls of fame and hearts, her music still sustains. A lady of the blues, whose life was a song. In every note she left us, her echo lingers on. Lady Day's echo in the moonlight softly sang of.
Right, so that was for this Billie Holiday lady that she's like a musician that kind of was an influential musician. So I did her thing, but it used a male voice, and the lady was kind of angry about it. So I need to. I think she did the Strange Fruit song. That was one interesting song that she had done. It mentioned it in the summary notes of the platform. So I need to go back and do a female version, female voice rendition of this song, and tell that person that yeah, we did the thing for you, you know. So I'm eventually gonna do it. I'm so, like sometimes I take long to do stuff that I should do probably do, but you know that's how life is sometimes. But yeah, like these are some of the stuff I've been working on. Um, trying to see if I could create this new platform. I need to push it to GitHub and then put it on Vercel. And then what I would probably do is might create like an ecosystem page, invite people to check out my other platforms, stuff like that. Because you never know where visitors from. Maybe people are browsing for stuff like this. I think I did see in the past somebody was interested in something like this, but one of my main platform that gets a lot of traction is my Folder Copilot project. A lot of people use it to create folders. It even has its own song that I use. I actually created this song from the same long form to music pipeline, and that's how I would create the company songs. So the company songs, the company archive, it's on the archive, and when you get your song, you get an embed script that you could embed into your page. For example, the embed script for this one, you could click view documentation and then it takes you to the folder Copilot documentation. Then you could copy the embed script and put it on your website. So, for example, the folder Copilot song, um, this is the song.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Blank page moment, staring at the screen. Got a project in my head, but the path ain't clean. School code, client work, all in the mix, but my yeah, moment, staring at the screen. Got a project in my head, but the path ain't clean. School code, client work, all in the mix. But my folders look like chaos I can't fix. Then I found a little friend with an AI brain. Took the stress of structure right out of my veins. Tell it what I'm building and it builds the frame. Drops a whole zip file with the perfect name. No more copy, paste from the class before. No more lost files living on the desktop floor. FolderCopilot start organized. They're the roadmap from before the work arrives. Course mode, dev mode, client mode too. Custom builds for whatever you do. Yeah, FolderCopilot, click generate code. Turn a messy workflow into smooth control. Students get a semester set by week. Assignments, quizzes, everything they seek. Developers get React, Python and Flash. Scaffolds for the stacks that ship real fast. Consultants get folders for assets and deals. Contracts, comms, deliverables and reels. Custom mode for weddings or a start of the plan. One click and the folder tree hits your hand. Upload docs and the AI reads the signs. PDF, docx pulls out all the lines. FolderCopilot start organized. Let the roadmap form before the work arrives. Structure first and build the show. Your future self will say, yeah, bro. Yeah. FolderCopilot, click generate go. Turning chaos into something you control. Founded by a builder in the school code fight. Projects on the table every day and night. Wanted the tool to make the foundation tight, so you never start wrong when you could start right. Vision of an AI standard at the base, with folders and docs snap into place. Before the repo, before the pitch deck, before the madness hits your workspace. FolderCopilot start organized, make the scaffold storm, then the flow optimized. From courses to code to the freelance grind, every project starts with peace of mind. FolderCopilot, click generate go. Clean, start sharp, now let it grow. Start your next thing the intelligent way.
That's the Folder Copilot song. That's my theme song for my Folder Copilot project. So if you have a website and you also want to get a song, it create it for you, and then you get the embed script and everything. So Folder Copilot also has a desktop app. So I think I show it. So this is the desktop app, really useful for people. So you should check it out. Um, it's really, it's really a great project. Being able to create your folders like that. It's definitely something that I think is monetizable. It is monetized right now, but it's not really making much right now. Even though a lot of people would pay, it's really just because marketing is one thing. You could build a project, but sometimes it takes a lot to get it out there. And that's why I'm trying to get back on YouTube. Trying to see if people could get see my projects more, so that people could start using them. But this is definitely valuable. Like, people sign up every other day. I get sign-ups for Folder Copilot. It's really useful tool. I think a lot of people would love to get their folders organized, on their computer and stuff. So this is what it's for. So yeah, it's really useful project. Um, just need to get more people using it. And the theme song is really cool. Like, being able to listen to the theme song is great idea. It's also on the about page. I think it's on the about page at the bottom. So I'm working on this new project today, this Origin Atlas project that I have in localhost. So you wouldn't be able to see this one on the internet because it's not pushed to GitHub as yet. I decided to make it because I've always been somebody that's spiritual, and I think based on the pictures, it's like we talked about. The pictures kind of explains, being through history, you have these different changes and everything that took place to where today people are able to express stuff using AI. So like, for example, this picture kind of shows how AI kind of allows people to create projects. today, like in the past, you might not have been able to create these projects. So today you're able to do it, you know. So this is basically what these images are trying to show. And we also had this section about understanding power that kind of explains how narcissistic abuse and how it ties into oppression and basically how the winners write the history. So we don't even know what the real history is. Obviously, you know, the winners write history. So what we're trying to do with AI is to be able to create website like these to empower people. But because you know, like these, like most of my website are like embodiments of that, you know. But this is would be a more literal website, which I don't. I'm not a radical. I'm a radical thinker, but you know, I'm not gonna create like a controversial website. That's like okay, like these people are gonna take it down, right? Which they're probably not going to, but they're gonna target me or something like that. So um, it's just a really lightweight version of a radical website. It's not even a radical. It's not radical at all. Actually, it's not. It's totally not radical. This is the weakest web. It's probably one of my. It's just these images, you know, like um, it has nothing to do with being radical at all. It does. It's really just something for people to browse, and I think being able to browse information is great. Maybe I had a newsletter to it or something, but it's like right now it doesn't allow anybody to sign up or do anything like how my other projects do. So I'm trying to figure out what I would add to it, you know, like what like is it that I'm gonna add like the specific features to it. Right now I would have to probably do some more research and figure out what I would like to add to it to make it more interesting, you know. But I think right now one thing that I was gonna do is a timeline. Maybe I could add images to the timeline. So if you click on this timeline, you might see images that relates to that timeline and then which AI could definitely do. Really good use case for AI generated images. And then even like for this timeline, you could you see like images that kind of pop up along here that shows you that timeline. So I think that might be a great way to kind of delve more into the immersive exploration. I think that has a lot to do with images. So I might kind of delve into the images. As I said, like it's possible that I could integrate music into it by leveraging my existing music website. They're creating like an embed script that embeds um that embeds the songs based on the tags. You know, maybe that's one way to do it. But what I really trying to do is kind of share my projects, my projects have exploded in a good way, and how people could also other people could reach out. They want to work together, or even if you just want to just watch a video and learn and be influenced in a positive way to create something for yourself. So that's really what I'm trying to do. So so yeah, like these are some of my other projects. You know, I have this project I call Server Manager app. It's like recently I did some upgrades to it. I did a total overhaul of the entire website. So now it's really a modern looking website. and it really has good styling now. I think it has it's also mobile responsive, so it collapses the. I need to make this space right here smaller. That's one thing that I saw, but I didn't go back and fix it as yet. So if you click on this, it's gonna pop out this mobile responsive crossbar when you grab your screen smaller like that. That's really so that's one thing that I had to go back several times to fix, and then the images weird. I think it would have a scroll bar here to to scroll across, but that's okay. And then the footer is also responsive. Then you have the different you have the newsletter that you could read. So this is what would be like something that I would have to do on this other website, kind of cater for my people, you know. But like this website has all of these integrations already. Does a newsletter. I actually recently created a new newsletter. This is the February 2026 newsletter. So actually just recently did this one. Because I'm the admin, it's really easy to do because I set it up to where if you're an admin, you could just go in and just do it, copy a new newsletter into the system, and then it shows up publicly on public. But this is a public page. This newsletter page is public, so anybody could access it on the internet. But if you wanted to access some of the other services, like if you wanted to get to the AI services, and then you wanted to see, it says sign up to embed. So if you wanted to get this AI assistant, you'd have to sign up, be able to access it. Then it says try survey, but it's gonna take you to the login page, so stuff like that. You have to set up your website to kind of protect the paid features or the authenticated features and stuff like that so that nobody exploits. Because you have some unscrupulous people that are trying to go around and actually exploit people's websites and stuff. Also, one day I had these pop-ups when I was working on it recently. I decided to use these images back here, but I need to actually get tools so that people. This could be free um, marketing for these projects. For example, like if you click this is going to be coming soon. So it's not there isn't actually a survey tool that you would be able to get or you would be able to says advanced technology and reusable durable tool for long-term surveying projects. But these are because obviously I wouldn't be the one that's selling these tools, which I could, but I'm not. But if you wanted to like put your tool here, I could do that for you at a price, I guess. But it also has education, but these are not same thing. There's none of them does actually has an integration into an existing tool. But there is like affiliate programs and stuff like that that I could get into. I think one of some of them was working. None of them are. That one brings you back to the page. I told AI to stop doing that. It's looping. You click this, it takes you all the way right back to the same page. It doesn't make any sense, right? I told it to stop doing it and do the pop-up, but it missed this one. But that's okay. It's like I really was just focusing on an overall of the styling, so now it has like this beautiful styling. It has a real this nice footer. It's a nice footer that really so big and expansive. It's really, really nice. It has all the information. It has this image. Recently did some upgrades to style and really cleaned it up really good. As I was saying, if I log in, it also has the Google Capture. It's like a lightweight protection for your website. And it also has email verify if you're going to sign up. You also have to verify your account. And then it has upload newsletter because I'm the admin. So if I go to newsletter, I get these extra tools so I could upload newsletter. And then I'm working on this course, this new course thing. You know, I'm gonna add a course, but the course is gonna take a while to be finished. So you could start a course. It's really just so I made a course, so now I just have to make all the videos and then I would add them to the course. And that's basically it. All I would have to do is kind of make sure all of the flow of the course works right. But it's like saying that it's like how much like 40 videos. I'm not gonna waste I'm not gonna create 40 entire videos for like 10 minute videos for this. It's like a lot of editing and stuff. But it's really a course about kind of getting your foot through the door into AI because the course's name is prompt engineering for land surveyors. So it's really just kind of getting your foot wet into prompt engineering once you watch the course. So it's not even supposed to be something that's challenging. It's really just supposed to educate you on what you're gonna be doing, and then like what basically what I'm doing in terms of like building these projects and stuff. So it's kind of getting your foot wet. So once you do the course, then you're gonna be in a good spot to be able to create something for yourself. So I would also probably like so like what I could do with this new project is kind of because this project is good at is that I'm able possibly able to integrate everything that I've done before into this project in a way like even like prompt engineering for um, black activism or whatever, right? So you would be able to do a similar thing to even this prompt engineering for land surveyors thing that I'm working on here. But I could ship a really lightweight version of that so that it's something that's put up immediately, like prompt like I could create a page that does everything, like explains it. Maybe have one video, stuff like that. It's like so that's the approach I would take if I'm gonna ship something that's really it's lightweight, but it really punches above its weight. It's like if you land on the page and you're like, okay, man, this is really good. You start browsing around, you think about home page, timeline, you see some images, you see that nice prompt engineering for black activism page, and then in no time, you're like, okay, man, like this, so that's what I'm trying to do with this project, which is really something that I decided to do. It's always been something that I wanted to create, but it's just, it's either something that, so maybe what I would show you guys how to ship, how I would ship that easily right now. The weird thing is I'm able to ship that new idea right now. Um, so the way I would do it is I could add, that repo to the, I could add that repo to the website, to this workspace. It says I add folder to workspace. if I wanted to give it context, I would do that, which I guess I could show you guys. Uh, so you could add survey database manager, which is the survey project. Uh, you know, says remove folder from workspace. Right, so I added the wrong folder. So what you want to do is you want to give it context so that it knows what you're talking about. So because the way I would do that in this case is because I worked on a similar idea where prompt engineering for land surveyors, I could bring that project into the workspace and tell it, okay, I did this project before where I did a similar thing. So could you use that as a guide? But you're just creating a one pager. You're just creating a one page prompt engineering for black activism or whatever you want to call it page. Which I could, I didn't even have, I don't think I even have to bring that context in. I could say, um, I created a prompt, or just say, I could say, can you create a prompt engineering for black page? Which I also could have done research on it before, but let's see what it ships by itself because this is not this is a software developer's software. It's not like something that is like necessarily good at researching. It's really good at researching because it's a coding software. But I could have possibly asked something like ChatGPT to provide some context around this before I brought it in. I could even ask it if to done like deep research on it, and then I would bring all of that information in, and that's how it possibly would have gotten the context. But it probably doesn't matter at this point. I could easily just send that and see what it generates. It's probably gonna do a good job of doing it. So it's doing it right now. So my friend is messaging me. It seems like he's on the live. I don't know if he's watching right now. But thanks, man. I'm trying to share my knowledge, with the world. So I'm not. I think some of my family members also subscribe. I think one of my sisters subscribe. I'm not sure if she's watching me too. I don't know who's watching the videos, but it's great to know that people are watching. So, um, so anti-gravity is working on or a folder right now. It's kind of working on it. See, it's finished. So this is just it's I think it generated the image. What is it? Perfect. I've created a comprehensive guide. Did it create a page? Let me see. Sometimes it doesn't listen and it does all of this crazy stuff. Let's see what it did. Seems like it didn't update. Didn't update the I don't know what it did, but it's creating some crazy stuff on the page also that I don't even necessarily like. I realized that it's like okay, I could curate it to what I want it to be, but it's like it does it all on its own. Um, is the dev server running? And also make sure to integrate this new page into the header and footer. I don't know if it did that into the. I think it's saying I should generate a few images to add to the page. That's so weird. Usually has the dev server running automatically when it's working. Not sure why it's not. So I'm not sure why it's not why the dev server is not running. So crazy. What's wrong with this thing? I think it's running now. I don't know. Maybe the AI doesn't want to help me to work on this black activism stuff now. Maybe he just wants to work on my other projects. I don't know. It's- Also, I'm not seeing this new page that it said it did. This black activism page. What resources? No, that's not it. Uh, so crazy. Resources library. What is it talking about? Jesus Christ. This thing doesn't listen. I don't see the new Jesus. So crazy. The new page in the header and footer. What's wrong with you? You said you created the page. It put everything in the understanding power page. What? I didn't ask it to do that. I said create breaking free community empowerment. All right, let me just tell it to leave it like this because it's not it doesn't want to create it doesn't want to create it doesn't want to help me to build this project because it thinks it's controversial. The guys that make these softwares they don't want you to do stuff like this. I apologize for the let me check. Stop. We just leave it. It's okay. It's okay. Leave it like this. I thought it was gonna create a separate page, but it's but what it did was it put everything on the understanding power page instead of creating a separate prompt engineering for black activism page. Like what like it's like when you're trying to create stuff like this it doesn't want to do it because it's saying that you're trying to do like dangerous stuff with yeah with AI or something. I don't know. They're probably tracking you down and stuff. But I told it that I wanted to create a prompt engineering for black activism page, and look what it did. It didn't do anything. It just talked, but yeah, empower storytellers today. No code, low code tools and stuff like that. I'm like, what? Like, this is not what I asked for. This is not going to help. I'm not even sure if it even did anything. This AI it doesn't because it's programmed this way, so it's not. So it doesn't want to do it. I think even when I prompted Gemini, it didn't even do anything. It created. I had to switch to Claude, and Gemini was the one that did everything on the surveyors thing. Gemini was the one that did everything for this one. When I asked it about the black activism stuff, it started acting up. Working free and community empowerment. My journey from abuse to builder. After experiencing narcissistic abuse, I discovered something powerful. As AI encoding gave me back my voice, for the first time, I could tell my story without needing permission. I could build platforms, create visuals, and share history without waiting for gatekeepers to validate my experience. This website exists because I democratize creation. Origin Atlas is proof that survivors can reclaim their narrative and build community. So this is the page that I think I'm gonna integrate. You could be able to play this page as an audio, and I think if I do a newsletter, I'm also gonna do that. But I'm really happy to know that people are watching. Um, let me go back to maybe I play some more music for you guys. We have a lot of music, right? We have 100 songs and more. You know, for you guys. I'm gonna play um think there's like a few really good songs I haven't played as yet. This guy Noam Chomsky, he's like this Jewish guy or whatever that was like an influential figure in activism or whatever. So his song came out really good because he used a folk song. Like I didn't know folk songs are this good, but I probably should put the genre. For some reason I missed the genre. There is no genre thing on this farm, and I think I need to update that. But I could easily put the genre in the title or something also. But it's like, but this is his song.
Born in the winter of 28, in a world of change and debate, Philadelphia's son with a voice so bold. In the silence, his stories told from the streets of New York. His mind took flight. In the shadows of oppression, he found his light. A young mind with a vision so grand. In a quest for truth, he took his stand. Voice in the silence, light in the dark, challenging power, making his mark. Words like thunder, ideas that spark. Voice in the silence, light in the dark. Through the halls of academia, his theories soared, a linguistic revolution unexplored. From MIT to the desert's calm, his intellect a powerful bomb. In the face of war, his dissent was heard. Against the grain, he spread the word. A critic of power, media, and state. In a world of lies, his truth in need. Voice in the silence, light in the dark, challenging power, making his mark. Words like thunder, ideas that spark. Voice in the silence, light in the dark. In the struggle for peace, in the fight for the right, his legacy cast in the depths of the night, a beacon of hope in the darkest of times, a voice that will echo through ages and climes. Voice in the silence, light in the dark, challenging power, making his mark. Words like thunder, ideas that spark. Voice in the silence.
I actually like his song for some reason. Um, I like the lyrics. It's like, but I like his part.
Through the halls of academia, his theories soared, a linguistic revolution unexplored. From MIT to the desert's calm, his intellect a powerful bomb. In the face of war, his dissent was heard. Against the grain, he spread the word. A critic of power, media, and state. In a world of lies, his truth in need.
Yeah, for some reason I just like this song. For some reason it's good. I know that people are gonna say, man, like, why do you like this song? But it's not me. It's just the song. You know, some of them just come out like that. So yeah, this guy's Noam Chomsky. It's this guy. But there's a lot of good songs that, even like as I said, like there's a lot of good songs that came out of it. And there's probably still more. Definitely. Um, one song that I liked a lot was the Harriet Tubman song. The Harriet Tubman song um, was a song that obviously most people probably like, but um, the reason why I like this song is because it kind of compresses her entire life story into one song in such a good way to where it actually really did summarize her life stories, and that's crazy like the way it did it and like literally compress all of the story into one song. You could listen to it and just does a great job of summarizing her story. So yeah, this one like some of them more controversial than others, or why are you doing this project? People might be like, okay, why are you doing this weird biographical archive thing? But this is our song came out.
In Maryland's fields under the whip's crack, a child named Minty, pain upon her back. Visions of freedom in a restless sleep, a promise to the Lord she swore to keep. Oh, freedom's guiding light through the darkest night. Moses leading her people to the fight. 13 journeys, 70 souls in flight. Harriet Tubman, a beacon so bright. Oh, 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 oh. A heavyweight throne, a scalded fracture, but it ignited a fiery rapture. God's whispers in her dreams, a path that showed to Philadelphia she was to go. Back she went, not just once but 13 times, through secret paths and silent moonlit climbs. Oh, freedom's guiding light through the darkest night. Moses leading her people to the fight. 13 journeys, 70 souls in flight. Harriet Tubman, a beacon so bright. A scout, a spy in the Civil War's rage. Her courage and wit far beyond her age. At Combahee raid, her legacy was cast. 700 slaves freed, their chains at last unfast. In Auburn's quiet, her final years did pass. For women's rights and freedom, she stood fast. Oh, freedom's guiding light.
Yeah, that rendition, I don't necessarily like that rendition. It's really good, but this other rendition is the better one.
In Maryland's fields, under the whip's crack, a child named Minty, pain upon her back. Visions of freedom in her restless sleep, a promise to the Lord she swore to keep. Oh, freedom's guiding light through the darkest night. Moses leading her people to the fight. 13 journeys, 70 souls in flight. Harriet Tubman, a beacon so bright. A heavyweight throne, a scalded to go. Back she went, not just once, but 13 times through secret paths and silent moonlit climbs. Oh, freedom's guiding light through the darkest night. Moses leading her people to the fight. 13 journeys, 70 souls in flight. Harriet Tubman, a beacon so bright. Hey! 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 A beacon so bright. A scout, a spy in the Civil War's rage. Her courage and wit far beyond her age. At Combahee raid, her legacy was cast. 700 slaves freed, their chains at last unfast. In Auburn's quiet, her final years did pass. For women's rights and freedom, she stood fast. Oh, freedom's guiding light through the darkest night. Moses leading her people to the fight. Across the river into the morning light. Harriet Tubman, our eternal guiding light. Oh, 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 I, oh, I, a beacon so bright.
Yeah, so that one, for some reason I like that one more than the other rendition, but they're both good renditions of a life story, I guess. Um, so yeah, like as I said, like it's supposed to be an archive for almost every influential figure in history, but it does take a lot to complete such a musical archive. Still working on it, trying maybe if I automate most of it, but you want to keep the human in the loop. You want to make sure that you're able to make a call if you don't think something sounds good. Like you're like, man, I have to change this one. It doesn't sound so good. So that's one thing that I realized that I have to make sure I'm able to do. But yeah, it's really an interesting archive. It has grown into 100 people so far. Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee. It didn't have the second rendition on the page. It's interesting. This rendition is not so good. We have to go all the way to Suno. You guys hear the next rendition. Why is Suno giving me this bullshit? Fucking stupid. Why is it doing this? I don't know that race. Shit. So the Bruce Lee one, I guess I could play it also on YouTube. I would have to open another tab. And then I would go to the go to the channel. But no, this is not the channel. I'd have to search for it. think the Bruce Lee song is on the shorts. But I'm not gonna be putting all my songs up on YouTube because it's not something that I have to do. It's great that I did the first 100 on YouTube, but I'm not gonna continue doing it.
Born in the hour and the year of the dragon. A San Francisco baby, a Hong Kong wagon. Lee Hong Chan's son, a child of the stage. Writing his story on a cinematic page. From the streets of Kowloon to the rooftop fights. Finding his rhythm in the neon lights. Ip Man showed him the Wing Chun way to keep the shadows of the gangs at bay. He's a little dragon, the master of the flow, with a 1-inch punch and a spirit to show. Be like water, let the movement be free. The legend of the age is the great Bruce Lee. Breaking the barriers, the screen and the bone. He claimed the world as his very own. Seattle in the 50s, waiter in the hall, teaching Jun Fan Gung Fu to one and to all. A student of drama, a student of the mind, leaving the old school traditions behind. Long Beach Karate, the 2-finger stand, the fastest hands in all of the land. From the Green Hornet's mask to the Big Boss lead. A hero for the people, a warrior's breed. Fist of fury, the way of the dragon's fire. Taking the art and the message higher. No more stereotypes, no more change. Just the power of the spirit in the warrior's veins. Enter the dragon, the final great quest. Before the little dragon was laid to rest. 32 years, but a legacy vast. A flame that was built and a flame that will last. He's a little dragon, the master of the flow, with a 1-inch punch and a spirit to show. Be like water, let the movement be free. The legend of the age is the great Bruce Lee. Breaking the barriers, the screen and the bone. He claimed the world as his very own. He's a little dragon. He's a little dragon. The dragon is sleeping, but the spirit is awake. In every move and every breath that we take. From the Golden Gate to the Hong Kong shore, the little dragon lives forevermore. Forevermore. The dragon. Forevermore.
Yeah, that rendition came out really good. I don't like the other rendition. I'm not even gonna play it, but some of the songs, they come out really good. But this is just one of my projects. I have some other projects that I'm working on that I think that you guys would find interesting. My open verb project that I showed you guys is a really powerful idea that I came up with. It's supposed to be a AI native framework for AI actions. As you can see, the headline says open verb, the open standard for AI actions. So basically, as I said, you're able to expose actions that your app does in simple JSON files, and then the AI is able to execute them. There's also a deterministic executor that does it. So it kind of separates action from intent, and then that's really good because when you separate action from intent, that means the AI has little chance, even less chance of doing something wrong, like hallucination and trying to do something that you didn't ask it or misinterpreting what you said, because the deterministic executor basically protects your app from anything that's wrong, like was incorrectly attempted, you know. So on the OpenVerb website, there is also a demo video that kind of explains it.
Today I'm going to show you how OpenVerb works, the universal action language that lets AI take real actions inside your applications. We'll start with the official OpenVerb core repository, and then I'll show you a Task Manager demo app that was built using that core. This is the official OpenVerb core repository. It contains the OpenVerb specification, the core verb libraries, examples for JavaScript and Python, and everything you need to integrate actions into your own application. When building an OpenVerb-enabled app, this is the repo you start with. OpenVerb comes with example executors that show you how to parse and run verbs. You can clone the core repository, explore the examples, and then begin defining your own verbs for your application. Now let's look at the OpenVerb demo app, a simple task manager application that I built to demonstrate how OpenVerb works in practice. This demo app is not the core. It's an example built using the OpenVerb core library. It shows how an AI can read your app, understand your verbs, and then execute actions through a clean interface. Inside the demo app, you'll see the actual implementation of the verbs: create task, update task, assign user, and change status. These verbs were defined using the OpenVerb core format, and then wired into the app's backend so the AI can use them. Once the demo app is deployed, we give the repo to the AI. Because the OpenVerb structure is inside the demo app, the AI immediately understands what actions are available. The AI doesn't guess. It reads the verb definitions directly from the app. Now we can ask the AI to do something. Create a task for an upcoming project using OpenVerb. The AI generates a structured action using the official OpenVerb format. The demo app receives the verb, validates it, and executes the action immediately. This Task Manager demo is just one example. With OpenVerb Core, you can build CRMs, dashboards, survey tools, automation systems, developer tools, paywall engines, drone or GIS applications, anything. Because OpenVerb is not an app, it's a standard for how AI interacts with software. If you want to try this yourself, OpenVerb Core is at github.com/sgthancel/OpenVerb. OpenVerb Demo App is at github.com/sgthancel/OpenVerb The
Right. So basically, that's basically the OpenVerb framework explained as a demo video. The thing with OpenVerb is that it's open source, so it's like, okay, you don't really make money from open source stuff. It's like, but you could make money from like they do sponsor open source projects. A lot of people sponsor open source projects, especially if they're something that's really useful, and then you could like provide services around that. You could maybe provide like a registry. Right now, I'm trying to see like the studio that you could kind of use to build your verb apps, the action based AI apps and stuff. And there's like these different things that I could do, cloud actions and stuff like that. Some of it is already created, like functional, I guess. So, like for example, if I log in to the platform, um, there is a lightweight version of stuff that I mentioned that are coming up. This is a test app that I was working on. There's also a builder that so you could generate an app, and then once it generated, you could continue working on it locally. And then once you could continue working on it locally and stuff and build out your app using the OpenWare framework. But the way it also works is if you go back to the website, I log out and go back to the home page. It explains to get kind of explains how it works. So if you, depending on what you're trying to do, you could clone the repo, and you could install the package, stuff like that, and then get started. Um, I think I explained it. Maybe in the package it gives a good explanation of it. But basically it says these are some of the code snippets that you could use. So it says import and then import build registry from OpenVerb, and then validate action verbs and create executor. So this is how um, you basically do it. You'd have to read this code, but it's really simple. Something really simple. Um, if you have the AI, it does all of it for you, so you don't really have to do anything yourself. Each time I'm checking back to see if anybody's watching. I think I have 2 viewers, but I don't know. Maybe these people are people that have been listening to me in the past, so they're my subscribers. I think. Thank you guys for staying on the live. You see, it says viewers. Each day I should possibly go live and try to get my channel to grow and stuff. So I could somebody was there, but they're gone. But yeah, like my projects. If you guys are interested in building, I built a lot of stuff myself. So if you're interested in building, you're in the right place. You get to see some cool projects, such as my topics archive, which is the first musical archive of of individuals. So this is like crazy project when you really think about it, and it shows how AI has changed how music works. Like you're able to create something as powerful as a Wikipedia for musical musical version of Wikipedia or whatever you want to call it. It's like, and I have some other cool projects, like OpenVerb. Then I'm able to ship something like this overnight, which I haven't put it on GitHub as yet, but would just take me a few seconds to do. Um, it has like this cool page about understanding narcissistic abuse and stuff like that. I think did it say that I should create images for these? I think it did say something about creating images. Let me see. Yeah, maybe I should see if I could generate a few more images so that it could integrate these images into the to the platform, and then 'cause I don't even know why it's talking about violence. I totally asked it to create just regular images for me, a regular page. It created a really small stuff, and then saying that I trying to make it seem like I asked it to create stuff that's offensive. Let's see if we could create a few images. I'm gonna ask Manus to. Can you create a few images based on these prompts to cover each aspect? I think my manuscripts might be finished, or it's soon to be finished. I'd have to switch to a different might have to switch to a different platform, to a different account, I mean. But it doesn't matter. It's like just a few images. Sometimes it might have more credits than I thought. Maybe it's feeling generous today. I don't know. So it's creating the images right now. I need to figure out how to set up the break thing where it doesn't just leave the screen running while I'm gone. But it's okay. I don't think that's most of my viewers are probably not that. They don't really probably care about that. I don't know. Like if I leave, it's gonna show my background, but it's like either you're not there. I think. But what I would like to go to do is just make some coffee and then come back. But it's really nothing. You don't have to worry about it. I usually just get up from the screen anyways, when I'm trying to do something. I've seen people going live all day. I'm like doing a few hours of live stream a day is probably good for your channel's growth. Because YouTube likes to see your face because they like to see your face. And I think it's like if you're making videos, it's probably better to show your face and stuff. And that's why I'm trying to start doing a lot more live streams to grow my channel. But let's see what Manus did. It said you're out of credits. What? Let me see what it did with the images. It didn't create any of them. Dumbass. Let me see. It should show up in the library. Man, images. It seems like Manus said it was out of credits. And it seemed like it did something with all of the images created. Like it doesn't want to provide them to me, even though it finished making them. So weird. Uh, Jesus Christ. See what it did. Oh, it did make them. It doesn't want me to get them, right? It doesn't want me to get them. You messed up, manners. What type of images are these? Yeah, manners is so weird. The last one looks so weird. Like these AI generated images are so unrealistic. It's not even funny. You see, Juneteenth. That's funny. What? What type of fist is this? One, two, three, four. This is the weirdest image ever. It's all I have, right? So I just have to use it. These images are really ugly though. Go to Need to delete this extra Juneteenth image. Then copy these to the folder. Copy these to the public folder. To the images folder. And then I said I just created some more images. So basically what I just did was I created the images in Manus. I copied them to the downloaded them and copied them to the repo, the project repo. And then once I did that, I you know asking asking anti-gravity to integrate them into the app that we're building. But before that, I just wanted to show you guys where I created this project from. So this project was something that I was working on from a long time ago. I think this is almost a year. Well, 200 and said it's 250 days or something like that ago that I started this project. So I always wanted to build this website. If I go to search, or if I even scroll down, it might show up. If I go to search, shows it says this project was a long time Probably working on it. But anyways, I was trying to show you guys is so what I would have to do is close that out and then reopen the tab because I think something happened to my browser just now. Let's click localhost. See what the changes it made. So now it seems like it just added these new images to the thing. That doesn't change anything. Did it add anything to the it didn't add anything to this specifically. I think we have to use we have to find a way to split up the images into different things instead of just having all these images. Find a way to split them up. But here is the gallery. And then here is the gallery. But it's like okay, these images are just there. But I think if you override these, you see them like this. But it doesn't take you to another page, it's like okay, it's just that. Which is okay, it's just a lightweight. It wasn't supposed to be like because this is not like you never know where your customers are ever going to come from. So you could put work into a project like this. You never know. Maybe if this is what you're into, this is what people start loving about you, and people start watching your videos and stuff. Or whatever you're doing, or maybe they start coming to your website and donating. I think I did have a donate page at one. Well, it's supposed like because this would only have a donate button. It would never have anything to charge anybody for. Because it doesn't really provide any service except for informational purposes, right? So, but if the timeline would be somewhere great where we could integrate image based on the timeline. So if you click on this, pop up some images for that period or something like that. That might be a great way to use the images. But it is coming along. We have way more images now than ever. So that's good. I don't know why I'm doing this. That's not where I should see the live stream thing. Think that's not. I don't know why I'm doing this. That's not where I should see the live stream thing. Think that's not. I don't know. It's not where. So if you have to go to create, right? And create. If I go to go live, it's gonna take me to this live. Hopefully, it doesn't shut off that live. Yeah, I think this is where oh, it does it. I can take me back to this live. I think it picked up. I was watching the live stream for a second, or maybe somebody else came on the live. I don't know. Closed. But there's a lot more work that could go into this project. Maps, Origin Atlas. There is no maps, right? Like what? You have a few maps that's gonna be called Origin Atlas, but I takes time to build a project. It does mention the word geography here, but it's definitely a great start. Maybe I should just go back and play some more music at this point. Probably the best thing to do. How's Darwin? Maybe I should listen to the Sun Tzu song again. There's a lot of great songs on the platform, and it doesn't have to listen to the same one. Even with Jesus, this one was the one people loved it.
In the whispers of the ages, neath the starlit ancient skies, came a voice through desert sages where the shadows softly lie. A preacher roamed the land, in the Romans' heavy hand spoke of love and kingdom come with a gentle yet firm command. He was the echo in the wind, the healer of our sin. Jesus, the name that shakes the heavens, earth's silent din. Messiah cried, the hopeful in salvation's tender grasp. Eternal echo through our souls, in every breath we get. Through the streets of Jerusalem to the wilderness so still, he taught in parables a divine and holy will. Betrayed and then denied, under Pontius Pilate tried. On a cross he bore the world, and in darkness the light did hide. It was the echo in the wind, the healer of our sin. Jesus, the name that shakes the heavens, earth's silent din. Messiah cried, the hopeful in salvation's tender grasp. Eternal echo through our souls, in every breath we get. From the tomb he rose in glory, death's chains he did sever. To the heavens he ascended, promising to return forever. Different tongues, different lands, on his word the church now stands. A bridge between God and man with pierced-side and nail-scarred hands. The echo in the wind, the healer of our sin. Jesus, the name that shakes the heavens, earth's silent din. Messiah cried, the hopeful in salvation's tender grasp. Eternal echo through our souls, in every breath we
And this one it came out really good. I like the way when he sings, he kind of just extends it out when he's like trying to finish it just kind of extends it. I think
The Romans' heavy hand spoke of love and kingdom come with a gentle and salvation's tender grass, eternal echo through our souls, in every breath we get.
yeah, I just love this song. But it's real funny because I think I heard a song like this before. I was telling my friend that Suno, it's like the style they use and everything is like copied and stuff. I don't want to get in trouble for saying that, because they do provide a really great opportunity for people like me to be able to make an archive like this or even do anything with music. Because without this software, I couldn't possibly even made this song, you know. So
In the whispers of the ages, neath the starlit ancient skies, came a voice through desert sages where the shadows softly lie. A preacher roamed the land, in the Romans' heavy hand spoke of love and kingdom come with a gentle yet firm command. He was the echo in the wind, the healer of our sin. Jesus, the name that shakes the heavens, earth's silent din. Messiah cried, the hopeful in salvation's tender grass, eternal echo through our souls, in every breath we get. Through the streets of Jerusalem to the wilderness so still, he taught in parables a divine and holy will. Betrayed and then denied, under Pontius Pilate tried. On a cross he bore the world, and in darkness the light did hide. Was the echo in the wind, the healer of our sin. Jesus, the name that shakes the heavens, earth's silent din. Messiah cried, the hopeful in salvation's tender grass, eternal echo through our souls, in every breath we get. From the tomb he rose in glory, death's chains he did sever. To the heavens he ascended, promising to return forever. Different tongues, different lands, on his word the church now stands. A bridge between God and man with pierced-side and nail-scarred hands. The echo in the wind, the healer of our sin. Jesus, the name that shakes the heavens, earth's silent din. Messiah cried, the hopeful in salvation's tender grass, eternal echo through our souls, in every breath we get.
yeah, so that's that song. Then there's like a lot of other people that has said like I did 100 of these. Now the pipeline is more automated. It's just that I'm not in the vibe to do any right now. But I could possibly do even like 15 one day with the current pipeline because it's more automated. I've made some adjustments to the way it works. So if I was supposed to do one right now, when you go to when I would go to generate, which is where I would go and generate a song, I can show it to you. I just have to select one person that I would like to do. So I think two persons are in the chat. I'm gonna say who should I do right now? Who would you like me to see do it on the live? I don't know if you guys want to respond. I think two persons were in the chat. If you want to respond, you can. Or you don't want to. If you don't want to respond, you don't have to. Okay, so I'm gonna have to find out who I want to do to kind of show you guys the changes I made to the pipeline. Kind of makes it more automated. That's why I said I could do 15 a day if I wanted to, like possibly even 100. I could do like 500 in a month, but I'm like, man, I like possibly even because it's not fully automated. But say for instance, I decided to do, um, what would I do right now? Influential figure. Um, don't want to do it. Maybe I can do a biblical figure, but it's like biblical figure. No, I don't know what to do. See nobody responds. Let me see. What could I do right now? Let me see. I'm gonna ask my trust to ChatGPT to tell me which person I should do. No, maybe I shouldn't use that. But okay, so hello ChatGPT. I'm on a live stream right now, trying to show my pipeline for my topics platform, the long form to song platform. And I was thinking of who I could show as kind of like a live stream demo of the pipeline right now. Which person do you think I should use to show which influential icon? Probably not gonna let them what I'm saying. Sometimes it doesn't listen. It's gonna say Nikola Tesla. I did Nikola Tesla already. Dumbass. Elon Musk. I did do Elon Musk already too. Steve Jobs. I did use Steve Jobs already. This thing is so stupid. Alan Turing. I did Alan Turing already too. Karl Marx. I did Karl Marx. I did all of these already. I did all of these already. So I'm trying to figure out what I should do. Robert Oppenheimer. I did that already also. Leonardo da Vinci. I think I might have done. Oh yeah, Kanye West. Why do you want to do Kanye West? Chris Hopper. Napoleon. I think I did. I did do this person. I don't think I did Grace Hooper, but I think I did a similar lady before. I did do a similar person in my last recent batch. I think her name is it's not that one. Ada Lovelace. She No, I think it's not Ada Lovelace. It's another similar. But let's just do one of these. I'm gonna do Kanye West. I don't know why it said I should do his, but what's it doing? It's gonna take me to Wikipedia or something. So I'm just gonna search Kanye West, and then after we get to his archive, his Wikipedia article, we just have to copy it. And then this is still not much automated, right? Is you have to copy all of this thing. It's really manual, right? That's why it takes a lot time to do them. But once I paste it, then I would should have selected biography at the top, and then once I do that, and then I put the source, it start generate. This is what actually sped up the process. Once I click generate, and it generates the song, but it doesn't usually take long, depending, I guess. Kanye West. I'm gonna do a rap song for his. Once it does that, then I would go to Suno and turn it into a song. But I'm gonna show you where my the pipeline was sped up. So it generated a song, which I would copy and then take to Suno. As you can see, selected hip hop as a style. I would copy it. But if I go back to the biography archive, it comes up. It put Kanye West as a unfinished draft. And then if I click on the draft, and then I click on this thing right there, it fills out all of the stuff for Kanye West already. The only thing it needs, for some reason, it doesn't automatically select the song, which it should do. It does. It you see it should have selected the song also. I don't know why it didn't do it. That would, and that's one thing that I find strange. Like how could you not select the song also? So all the thing that I would have to do is get the Suno song and the name of the song right here, which is the Echoes of Genius. Should have also filled this out, right? In the first rendition. But at least it filled out all of these things at the top. This, all of it is automatically filled out. So the only thing that I needed to do is kind of go to Suno and get the song. But Suno doesn't have an API where I can integrate it into my website, and then I wouldn't even have to go to Suno. So it's like still manual, but it does kind of cut the time frame down into making one song because I would have to do just click the drop down, which I'm probably gonna fix eventually. And then the rendition, the first rendition should also be filled out automatically also. And then the only thing I would really need to put in is a Suno URL. Once the Suno URL is created, then it's going to show up as a complete song. But right now it's still a draft until I get the Suno. As I said, I don't know why it's not filling out the lyrics automatically. Last time I went to Suno, it asked me for my birthday. I'm like, what? Like, what is this? It didn't do it this time, looks like. It did it again. Stupid ass Suno. But yeah, that's basically what I meant. Like cutting the time to produce the song by filling out the stuff automatically when I generate the song. Which, as I said, it should also have generated automatically filled out the name of the song, which is the first rendition, and then automatically fill out this part also. If Suno had an API and it was integrated, then all I would have to do is it would generate everything at once, including the Suno embed script. And then we could do even like, depending, you could even do like 15 a day or 100 in a day, because you would just be copying and pasting Wikipedia articles. So this could become a very powerful platform really quickly. Even right now, it's just because because I could use Puppeteer or some stuff like that to scrape the Suno interface, but I don't want to do that to Suno's interface because I don't know if they have like any anti-scraping stuff on their website. But this is the archive so far, 105 people. I recently started doing stuff, but I decided to do the stuff for anime characters also. And this one came out really good for this individual that I used, this specific fictional character that I used to watch when I was growing up. I still watch today actually, but um, his song came out really good because he's the king of freedom, and like he's all about being free and stuff. So I really kind of love this song. This song came out.
Oh, yeah. Born under the sign of freedom, in the waves he found his call. Had a straw, his fate's emblem, on the seas where dreams enthrall. From Dawn Island shores to the world's grand stage, chasing legends in the books of age. He's the king of freedom, sailing through the storm with a heart unyielding in every form. Across the grandest oceans, under skies so wide, Monkey D. Luffy with his crew by side. Against the odds through tempest fought, his spirit never bends. Empires fall and battles wrought, his will it never ends. With every fight a step to his throne, through darkest night he sails alone. He's the king of freedom, amidst the raging sea, a beacon of hope for you and me. In the quest for treasure and legends untold, he's the bearer of dreams in his hat of old. A straw hat's vow, a pirate's life under endless skies so blue. With friends and foes and joy and strife, to his dream he stays true. From East Blue Steps to New World's peak, the pirate king, it's him they seek. He's the king of freedom. He's the king of freedom. Yeah. He's the king of freedom. His saga rings far and wide, with the crew so loyal, always by his side.
Right, so that's basically a fictional character that Topic's able to archive. So we could archive fictional and non-fictional characters, which the initial archive was for real people. But that's basically as I said, that's the archive. It's building out right now. Um, I would show you guys how the Kanye West song came out, but it's not. Suno is messing up my thing right now, and I'm probably gonna have to take a break from the live stream right now. When I do my next live stream, I might show the Kanye West song. By then, I might have finished creating the song. So stay tuned and see you guys in the next live stream.